Why you feel fine, but your health might be declining. You feel fine, you are functioning, you are delivering at work, meeting your responsibilities, showing up where it matters. And because of that, you assume your health is fine too. But what if feeling fine is actually not a reliable indicator of your health? What if, in many cases, it's simply the absence of obvious symptoms, not the presence of optimal health? Today, I want to explore a quiet but important idea that health decline among high performers, especially among high performers, is usually subtle, gradual, and easy to miss. So, let's talk about the illusion that I'm fine. Most high performers don't ignore their health intentionally. In fact, they pay attention only to what is obvious. Pain, illness, obvious disruption. But health doesn't always deteriorate in obvious ways. It often shows up as slight but persistent fatigue, longer recovery time after work, reduced mental clarity, subtle irritability, a quiet loss of energy or enthusiasm. Individually, this seems insignificant, but collectively they form a pattern. And the problem is, most people don't track patterns. They respond to events. So, let's talk about why you don't notice early decline. There are two reasons this often goes unnoticed. First, adaptation. The human body adapts remarkably well. So, instead of signaling sharply, it adapts gradually. You don't feel a sudden drop. You slowly normalize a lower level of functioning. And second, distraction. High performers are focused on goals, outputs, results, deadlines. So, as long as performance is maintained, internal signals are deprioritized. You tell yourself, I'm just tired, I'll rest later, this is a busy season. And over time, that becomes your baseline. So, let's discuss health as a pattern, not an event. One of the most important shifts to make is this. Health is not determined by how you feel today. It's determined by the pattern over time. Your energy pattern, your stress recovery pattern, your sleep pattern, your cognitive performance pattern. And without consistent monitoring, these patterns remain invisible. You only notice when something becomes disruptive. But by then, the decline has already been in motion. So, what are the limitations of self-monitoring? This is where many people rely on intuition. They check in occasionally, they try to listen to their body. And while that sounds reasonable, it has limitations. Because you are interpreting signals subjectively. You are comparing yourself to your current baseline, not your optimal baseline. So, gradual declines feels normal, and what is normal is usually not optimal. So, this is why monitoring matters. Not occasional awareness, but consistent, structured monitoring. Because what is not tracked is often misunderstood. And what is misunderstood is rarely improved. High performance in any area requires visibility. health is no different. So, if there's one thing to take from this, it's this. Feeling fine is not a reliable measure of your health. And waiting for something to feel wrong is often waiting too late. At a certain level, health is not something you check occasionally. It's something that requires consistent visibility and structured oversight. Because sustainable performance is not built on assumption, it's built on awareness. If you enjoyed this episode, do not forget to subscribe, hit the subscribe button, and like, and also share to people or to someone you know that needs to hear this.